All right, so mic working? Is the microphone working? Testing 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Are we getting anything? Can anybody hear me? Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? You can hear me, okay. You 280 zone. The rest of you guys must have been asleep. I know we're early. I just wanted to see who was going to be first, and Midwest Old Man beat Captain Billy again. All right. uh, so, Rich, how you doing? 280 zone, Pepper, Marguerite, Sherry M. How are you? Stuart and Flip Flops from Seattle. Hey, your passport worked then, huh? You got from overday to overday. Well, that's good. Hey, Jay, how you doing? All right, Kathy, thank you. Spokane, Nancy, how are you doing? And Rich, yeah, we saw Rich. Debbie, how are you? Tim, how about adding a piece of kibasi to go with that pierogi? I thought that was funny. Someone else sent me a costume from a little smaller kid, probably, I don't know, 5 years old, wearing a pierogi costume. Daughter was over yesterday and her husband, and we had our clam bake. And I was just telling her, I said, we haven't made Latvian pierogies in a long time. Now, those are different. Those are a little different than the standard pierogies you see in the stores and people make. They're more bread stuffed with bacon, onion, and ham. Um, super, super good. And they take a while to make. And you want really good ingredients. And so told my daughter, I said, we got to make that again. We make them from scratch. And that was a few years back. So we have to try that again. Doing great. Just freezing 70. Oh man, you better get a coat. 280 zone. You better get your sweatshirt, Hey Paula, how are you? Papa Rich. I know I'm a bit early. Actually, I'm uploading a video right now. I'm at 85% uploaded. Look, here's one of these bugs walking right on my computer. See him? Where'd he go? One of them stink bugs or whatever they're called. As long as I don't inhale. Yeah, everybody's using those pierogies look good. Yeah, those aren't mine. That's for sure. Yes, 280 zone. Boy, it's like I'm like the Johnny Carson and you're my Ed McMahon. I love it. You got 50 and rainy. Oh, you like that, huh? Yeah, we had a touch of rain this morning. Like I said, we had a clam bake yesterday. I did chicken thighs, 120 clams, 2 bags of mussels, probably about 30, 40 mussels, corn on the cob, sweet potatoes, regular small white potatoes, with celery and garlic and some chicken broth, put all that in the steamer. Uh, and we cooked that. We do this every October and worked out really well. I mean, everything came out really good. She made a gluten-free brownie, and what else did we have? We had honeydew and Hawaiian rolls, coleslaw. Man, we ate like kings yesterday, and then that's the leftovers today too. So I'm happy. I'll be as soon as we get off of here, I'll be going to munch on some of that. Hey Trey, you're still working at Krispy Kreme. You got YouTube TV today? Oh, that's good, Trey. That's good. Sis Boomba. Hey Slim, how are you doing? Keep moving. Hope you're having a great weekend. I am actually. Hey, in retirement, almost every day is a good day. And it's the weekend. I didn't even know. Like yesterday was Friday. We did this thing Friday because we did it. I think they came around 4 o'clock. My daughter was off work, and her husband knocked off early because he's got his own little business going, and so they were able to. And I thought for sure yesterday was Saturday, and I'm like, "Where's the Ohio State game?" And they're like, "Man, it's Friday." And I said, "Really?" I don't know, and I don't care what day it is. The only thing is, Captain Billy, I don't know if you sent anything, but I didn't go to the post office. Somebody sent something to the post office, and I don't know what it is. I never went up there. Yesterday, I was busy. Um, Thursday, I never made it up there, and I wanted to. Today, of course, they close early, and I just never got up there. So I'll pick it up Monday after I walk dogs. Click the like button. It's free and it helps out Buzz. Yeah, it does. Thank you. I was considering trick or treating at your house this year. You still can. You still can. You know what I used to do, Sherry? I used to go to BA Sweeties, and I bought. And if you guys don't know what that is, look it up online. It's all the old time candy, and it's a huge warehouse. Mrs. Buzz can't even go in there anymore because she says the smell of that much sugar makes her sick. It actually makes her sick because when you walk in there, all you smell is sugar. I mean, I don't smell it. My smell and taste buds have been gone ever since I got the chemo, so I can't really tell that much. And but man, they got so much old time candy. Some places still make it. Others sold their recipes to other companies who are making them. And I used to get these little bags from Amazon. I would wrap them up, put them out on a table on the driveway, wait for the kids to come. I got the best candy in the neighborhood. And you know how many kids I got? Zero. I did that like 2 or 3 years in a row. Then I would take the candy to work, so it never went to waste. Now I can't take the candy to work. So what do I do? So I just stopped doing it. Sheep in a microwave. Love pierogi. A Russian teacher in college would have the class to her house once a month and cook. Oh, cool. That's nice. Go Blue. Who are they playing today? I know Ohio State beat Illinois. Yeah, the explosion at Tennessee. What? That's crazy. I don't know the whole thing behind that. Um, but it's an munitions factory of some sort. So I thought it was like a fireworks place, but they said it was munitions. I really didn't hear too much about it. The clam bake turned out really good, JNP 96. Super good. Like I said, we'll do round 2 tonight. Yeah, I still watch Carson. As a matter of fact, I watched yesterday. Sean Connery was on after he had been off for 20 years or something. He went back on. He did a Never Say Never, I think was the movie. And man, he looked really old. He he talks slow, and he just, man, I don't know. Sometimes actors, you never know. They have a script and they're one way, but then when you see them live in person, they're different. And Sean Connery just didn't seem. He seemed really old, and he seemed kind of off a little bit. So that episode was just on yesterday. Okay, it wasn't you that sent it, Captain. Okay. Still keeping track for the winning numbers. Have the last 21 noted on a 10 by 10 matrix, 1 to 100. Okay, so you're tracking the numbers. Okay. That's right. Well, I don't know. Do you have any guests for today? Yeah, you better hold on to it for right now. Favorite old time candy? Boy, I tell you, there's some good ones out there. I think just the size. Remember, for a dime or something. Well, it depends. If you go way back, a nickel, but 10 cents could get you a candy bar this big, right? Probably one of my favorites, and what cost me the most at the dentist, because I had a paper route, and having a paper route when you're 9, 10 years old is not good, especially when you have this pocket change and you have a drugstore right where you're delivering papers. And I used to buy one of my favorites was $100,000 bar. I think that's what it was called. Man, I probably bought out I bought out the store. Hey, trick or treat, Kristen. How you doing? Hey, Kristen, I think you hurt my knee. You hurt my knee, Kristen, all the way from California. Kristen posted I'll tell everybody. Kristen posted a video. The senior challenge. Can you get up off the floor without using your hands? So I thought, well, that's easy. No big deal. And I just I sat Indian style, crossed my legs because I used to be able from Indian style to get up. Well, my right knee has been bothering me, for like a year. I mentioned it before, and I was sitting Indian style, and I went to get up, and it's just no way. It's not happening. So then I tried. She did it with putting her legs behind her and then up. I didn't try that because that just seemed too womany, I think, if that's a word. So I thought, let me try a different way. And I ended up using my hands. So I'm going to have to practice and then I'll do a short when I can actually do it. Cloudy, California. Captain Billy's home away from home. Let me do this thing real quick here. Got to do this real quick. And put this over here and that, and that. Okay, that's done. Captain Willie was Carnage. Okay, so Carlos, you got clouds today, huh? California clouds. I'll be by tomorrow. Give me candy. When are we doing that? We're not doing it till next Friday, I think. I think Halloween is Saturday, I think. But I think we're doing it Friday because of some football game or something. How about those Mariners? Oh yeah, poor Detroit, right? Oh, USC versus Michigan. Okay, we used to make homemade popcorn for the neighbor kids. Boy, if I would have got a popcorn ball, I never got. Well, no, I take that back. I probably did when I was a kid. I think those were still popular, but I probably not now. They made explosives. I guess they know they work. Yeah, man, too kind of sucks. Yes, Diane Keaton. Connery had dementia. Yeah, I think Diablo. I think he was showing it there on the show. I just my opinion, no fact behind it. He just seemed slower and like I don't know. He just wasn't clicking. Mars bar. Oh yeah. Corner store was way too handy. Yeah, the corner store was way too handy. That's for sure. I had a paper route. I stole so much out of mailboxes. Man, I can't believe that. Late but not late. No, you're not late. We started early. Hey Noreen, how you doing? Randy, how are you? Too feminine for Buzz, noted. No, if you just saw the way Kristen did, it was just the legs behind her and then up, and I thought that just looks different. I don't know. There's probably a man way and a woman way to get up off the floor. Not to, but I think there is. Hard to get up with your lumbago. What's my lumbago? My big butt or what? I don't know. Yeah, Doreen, I was just telling Mrs. Buzz, I said, we're at that age now where all the people that we grew up with who were 10, 15 years ahead of us, they're all, in their 80s, 90s now and passing away. Whether it's just from old age or whether it's people, who, have drug issues or different other things going on with them. So, yeah. And every day, every other day, every week, or every month, we're seeing somebody. When they have those Oscar show, not the Oscars. What is that? I don't know which one shows people have died over the course of a year. It's like more and more of the familiar names that you came to know and love as you grew up, right? Um, yeah, it's getting bad. Womanly, that's right. How old these celebrities? It's how old we are. Buzz, did you get many trick or treaters? No, zero. No, we didn't have sidewalks for years and years, and we live between developments. So why would anybody, if you can go to a development and hit, driveway after driveway after driveway and clean up like a bandit, why would you go, to a stretch with no sidewalks? And the parents wouldn't let the kids go anyway. And you know, to houses that the driveways are a little bit longer, and why would you do that? So our area just doesn't really. I know my Mark's usually not home. My other neighbors usually doesn't. She doesn't celebrate Halloween at all. The other neighbors usually not home. So I mean, the lights are all out in our little stretch anyway. So now they did put in one sidewalks on one side of the street, but we still don't get any kids. Although I try to give out some candy, it just doesn't work. Show me your I can't buy this sweatshirt you're wearing. Halloween is on Friday. Yeah, over here it is. Yeah. Rainy but gloomy in Central Florida. We'll finally have a sunny day tomorrow. Well, you get more sunny days than anybody, so. Dreary Yorktown. Too many fabs to only pick one candy. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Peter, how are you? Heath bars. Oh, I hated those. So that's one thing we're definitely different, Captain Billy. I could not stand Heath bars. I had a corner store too. Oh, Maureen, you had a corner store? Okay. Like barbecue chips and Pepsi. Oh, you mean you had a corner store near you? And Pepsi, my best friend, loved the candy, got a lot of cavities. Yeah. I became a hygienist. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was bad growing up. I mean, that have a young kid with a few bucks in his pocket is not good. It's not good. I guess it kept me from stealing things, though. So I guess you could look at it that way, that it was a blessing there. At least I wasn't one of the poor broke ones. At least I had a dollar or two, and back then, dollar or two was like $20 now. So I was lucky. I didn't have to steal much. Yes, they make the candy cigarettes. They still have those over there. I'll have to go there and do a video from there. I think you guys would like that. I'll put that on my list of places to do videos. Hey, retired 2019. I love the flavored straws, and they bent too. I remember the big straws. What was it? Pixie sticks, right? Was it Pixie sticks? It had a little flap, and you opened it up, and it was a powder, I think, right? Just basically powdered sugar, enough to kill you, basically. But yeah, what did we know back then, right? Well, that was at least it was sugar. It wasn't high fructose corn sugar like everything has now. My daughter loved candy cigs in the '90s. Think I saw them last time. BA Sweeties, yeah, yeah. I think they still have them. Yarn motivated. Happy Saturday from Southern California. Hope everyone is well. We're doing good. Jacqueline, we live on a hill, so I always treated the kids to king size candy bars for making the effort. Oh, that's cool. They got two for coming up the hill and down. That's cool. How were the dogs this week? Good. Um, I think I posted one. I did two videos, but I posted one. We had a pretty easy day. But like I said, I got yelled at because I went into the cat section first time since May, and then somebody ratted us out. Me and this other lady went in there, and we were looking at the cats. And first time I've done it since May, and we passed some lady's office, and she ratted us out. And all of a sudden, the big boss, the shelter manager, posted on a group me thing that we have for the shelter. It said, "Hey, dog people are not allowed into the cat area without supervision." It's like, okay, damn, I got ratted out. Pixie sticks didn't have enough flavor. It tasted like sugar. Oh, they weren't too bad, if I can remember correctly. God, how many years ago has it been since I've had one? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe 15, maybe I was 20 years old, 15 years old. I don't know. That's a long time ago. 50 years? Could be 50 years since I've had one. Now I have to go to BA Sweeties. I'll meet you there, Captain Billy. That's right next to Menards. You can't miss it. And like M-Aid. I don't remember that one. What candy cigarettes are still available? There's all kinds of them. There were straws that you put in milk. Oh, okay. No, I don't remember those anyway. I play putt putt at BA Sweetie and Swings and Things. Oh yeah, Swings and Things. We played over there before. That's not too far from me, and haven't been out there lately. Ever since the kids grew up, we just haven't really gone over there. They do have ice cream too, but we'd rather hit the Dairy Queen on Bagley Road over there in Berea. Loved everything that had lots of sugar. Pixie Sticks, M&Ms, Milky Way, Snickers. You get the idea. Yeah, we sure do. But some of the old time candies, of course I draw a blank, but some of the old time candies they don't make it, like Mallow cups. Remember that? And you used to get a little, what was that, a 5 or a 10? What were those little cards in there? And you collect the cards for some reason. I'm not sure if they still make those now. Man, it was just so many different things. You know what? I'm going to do a video. I'm going to go there this coming week and I'll do a video from BA Sweeties. The Vermont Country Store. Yeah, Vermont Country Store, I like them because, and I bought there because they did. Now, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have the color wheel for my aluminum Christmas tree. Because if you buy the vintage ones, they're kind of shaky, and I do have one. But you can get a brand new one from the Vermont Country Store, and they offer, like, they've got some bubble lights, and I mean, they're reproductions, but they're safer, I think, than the 50s and 60s ones. So I really like them. We got 0 trick-or-treaters the last 2 years. That's something. Oh, wax bottle candy and wax lips and all that stuff. They still have that. I bet kids eat a lot more sugar nowadays. No, I think they eat a lot of high fructose corn syrup now. I mean, everything you look at, we try to bypass anything with high fructose corn syrup. We really do. People look so much healthier decades ago. That's what they say. Bit-O-Honey, yeah, except now I can't eat that because it'll tear them out. I paid too much for these fillings. Send your neighborhood over to my house. Everybody gets full-size candy bar. I'll come over there. I'll be in the Charlie Brown ghost outfit. Maybe you'll give me a rock, Captain Billy. I didn't get much Pepsi and Coke when I was little, just on Fridays when we watched. Oh, yeah? Really? I don't remember. We didn't drink a lot of. I can't remember. We drank a lot of Kool-Aid, I think, because it was cheaper. And yeah, I know my mom put in a ton of sugar in that. I think Kool-Aid was what we existed on back then. We just had a small tornado go through our neighborhood, knocked down trees and peeled back one of the neighbors. Wow, Angela, that's crazy. Hope everybody's all right over there. You still buy Bit-O-Honeys? They still make Mallow cups and they still have the cards. Oh, no kidding, yeah. Remember the wax bottle candy, but hated the wax. Hated the wax lips too. Yeah, I'd like to go to that Vermont Country Store. I'll see where that's at. Maybe me and Miss Buzz will take a trip up there one of these days, or down there, wherever it's at. I thought it was up north somewhere. Yeah, we used to chew a full stick of Bub's Daddy grape bubblegum, pour a whole pixie stick in the middle, and oh my God, that just sounds so gross. I can't even finish that sentence. We got about 100 trick-or-treaters every year. Our neighbor makes homemade donuts, so we get a lot. That's cool, Jay. Grew up in the country without stores nearby, but used to take my kids to a corner store in the 70s for Kit Kat bars. Yeah, those are one of my favorites too. I still eat those. They still make the Mallow cups, and they have them at Sweetie and Giant Eagle. Oh yeah, mini Snickers are your favorite. You'd buy baseball cards, yeah. Good evening. We get no trick or treaters out here in the country. Yeah, the kids want to go to the areas where the driveways are 10 feet apart. That's what The more they can get, the better off they are. I mean, I can't blame them. The developments are always the way it goes. No more sticky candy for us older folks. That's right. I'm serious. I try to be very. I've lost too many fillings that way. It just the old fillings. It could go another year, but then you start eating something, all of a sudden, a milk dud. If you eat a milk dud, or like you said, bit of honey, and some of these other sticky things, saltwater taffy. That's like no, 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 no. I'm not even taking that chance anymore. You know, Forget it. We had a great neighborhood for the kids to trick or treat, and look forward to seeing the little ones. Yeah, I mean that's cool when you could see if they dress up. And man, I just used to be a bum all the time. It was so easy because just grab some ratty clothing, which as a kid is probably all I had, and just go out and like, what are you? You get some charcoal from the grill and put it on your face like you're, and just like, I'm a bum. So really, that's not very original. Give me candy. Don't worry about it. Just give me candy. Kool-Aid and Shasta. We have a great neighborhood. Yeah, Kool-Aid couldn't afford pop. Yeah, that's same. I think that's all we had was Kool-Aid. I was allowed pop only when I was sick. Yeah, Vernon's the Sprite. Yeah, or the ginger ale, because the parents had the ginger ale for their mixed drinks, right? So once in a while you'd get some carbonated ginger ale when you were sick. That's wasn't a good time either. Bringing back all these. Well, I thought that was fun, but really it wasn't. Uh, Old man Nichols on the corner always gave out the whole box of Cracker Jacks. My favorite was the Abba Zaba. Huh. Remember the talking pitcher with the arms and legs of the Kool-Aid? Yep, absolutely. They still have that, I think, don't they? My best friend and I went trick-or-treating at 14. One house made us sing. Wow. Oh, okay. That's kind of weird. My sisters would put bugs in Tootsie Rolls and try to fool us. Oh, man. When you avoid high fructose corn syrup, do you also skip artificial sugar sweet? Um, no, because if you get away from high fructose, well, sometimes it's pure sugar. Like you can buy Coke products that are made in Mexico. Um, there's actually a lot of different sodas now and they're expensive, but they have just sugar. They never made them like in Mexico. A Mexican Coke was never made with high fructose corn syrup. It was made with sugar. And I used to buy it at Sam's Club. It used to be a case for $18. Now that same case, they mix it with Fanta, all sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, and it's $36. The price has doubled over the past 12 years or so. It's doubled, and they still sell it at Sam's Club. But there are certain things like um, if you look at our barbecue sauce. So we get the sugar-free barbecue sauce, but they do have sucralose in it. So right, you're kind of trading off one for another. But um, we don't eat a lot of that. But I just rather not get the high fructose corn syrup. Everybody's different. Some people it doesn't bother them. They don't care. They'll eat it left and right. But if there's the least amount of ingredients, the better for me. That's just the only way I could say it. I don't get many trick or treaters in an apartment building. I'm giving away Reese's, Take Five, and a little toy or a Halloween pen. You're gonna get toilet papered, Vicky. I got a pen. I got a rock. I got a pen. I think I'll take the rock. No, I'm just kidding you, Vicky. I'd take anything. If I was knocking on your door, I'd take whatever you gave me. I had Kool-Aid and Fanta. We'd go out at dusk with a pillowcase and have it full of candy by 10 p.m. Yep, those were the days. Burners when I was sick, yeah. As they thought they were too old to be asking for candy at 14, so I had to do a trick. Man, Angela, check it out and see what's going on out there. Anyone ever swap costumes and go back later to the good house? No, never did, but that's a good idea. But we would go back just in our regular costumes, and not many people would notice, especially if there was a lot of kids. But some people do notice, especially if there's something about you, your size and whatever you're wearing. Oh, weren't you here already? Nah, man, that was somebody else. What are they gonna do? Not give you candy? What's the fee for coming late? We dropped it down to 750 now. Or you can buy a ready 280 zone, or you can buy a Buzz mug. Matter of fact, the new logo is out now. It's on the mugs. So you can get two different kinds now. So here's my 30-second ad. You can get Buzz's Retirement Garage mug in different colors with this logo, and you can get a different logo in all your favorite colors. End of spot. One of my neighbors was heading up the street with his chainsaw. Angela, check it out and see what's going on. Things have changed because we grew up on sugar during the 60s and 70s, and virtually nobody was overweight and died. Yeah, food was different, obviously. Even like breads now, they say, are just so processed now, like not like before. But I don't know what's true and what's not. I'm not positive. Where'd I go? Dr. Pepper made with sugar. Nobody around here could get it anymore, and I drink their zero these days anyway. Box of Snickers. It used to be $10, but he or Katie hasn't invoiced in a long time. Sam still sells the Mexican. Yes, $35, Thomas. That's right. 35 or 36. And like I said, I think they mixed it with some Fanta in there too. Hey, Gary the Snail, how you doing? I can hear more thunder. I think there's supposed to be another wave come through. They're heading to Harry's house. His tree almost landed on one of their cars. Man, that sucks. I give the teenagers a hard time, but still give them candy. Trick or treat from 6 to 8 here. I don't remember having a time limit when I was young. Yeah, it used to be 6 to 8. I remember it was always that way. You love the mug. Oh, that's good. I appreciate that. There's always snow by Halloween here in those days, trick or treating in snowmobile suits. Mugs make great treats for the kiddos. Oh, man, that's true. Yeah, they would love to smash those, wouldn't they? We go out and change costumes and go out again. Everyone knew though. Yeah, hate it when I tried to dress up as a princess, then have to put on snow pants. Yeah, boy. I guess the good news is the climate has changed a little bit, so usually Halloween is not too. Yeah, there's been some. I remember some really frigid nights, but for the most part, it's been pretty nice. Jennifer, how are you? Q Silver, thanks for stopping by. I grew up in Denver, so it could definitely be snow. Yeah, if you're in a snow belt or whatever, you could definitely get it. Best Trick or Treat house gave out comic books. Ooh. Everyone ready to sing and dance to the Monster Mash. Boy, I haven't heard that one in a while, but you're right. It's probably going to be coming up. You'd never get TP. You must I give candy and a toy or candy and Super Ball and go. Well, Super Ball is cool. And a glow necklace is cool, Vicky. But if you give out a pen, you're getting TP'd. But the Super Ball is really cool. I wouldn't mind having that. The Abba bar was tappy with peanut butter inside. Okay, I was going to ask that too. We will back up the screen here, but I know somebody else asked, so I'm glad you answered that. Hey, Pin Freak, yeah, at Mark's it was like $2 or $2.50 or $2.99 for the moon with the cat, and I think $2.99 for the lights. So I figured, hey, why not? Used to take your kids to the fun neighborhoods. Now it's Thriller. Yeah. Hey, Doug, how you doing? Never tried. There's a lot of things. I remember I got pictures of the kids, with their stuff laying on the table, and I had to go through everything, and because you kept hearing all these stories, and I don't know if they were true or not, but supposedly they were, razor blades and pins and drugs and stuff like that. Now I'd be more afraid of like fentanyl and stuff like that. I mean, you got to make sure everything's sealed up, but even then, you could get a pinhole in there, a little needle hole, and you wouldn't really notice. So you just got to trust your neighbors, and you don't know them all, so you just never know. But I just hope that nobody gets hurt. Halloween is the time of year in Ohio where it can be 75 or 45. You got that right. Sorry about that. Never knew that was what they were called. It's a cool Halloween pen and multicolors and a toy that there's a bubble where you could click it to shoot a bat. Oh, okay. You got top of the line stuff there, Vicky. That's cool. Did you get to Menards? No, I did not. I need to go to Menards. I need to go. Maybe, you know what? Menards and BA Sweeties are on the same road, 5 minutes from each other. So when I make my trip to BA Sweeties, I'll stop at Menards too. I want to see if they have those vintage C9 Christmas lights because I want to buy those, couple boxes. And they're fairly cheap. So at least they were last year. They weren't too bad. Get 25 in a package. Our hospital still x-rays the candy. Really? Hey, Don, how are you? I was working in my lab late one night. That's right. Monster Mash. Do you really think I'd do anything that wasn't cool? Nah, Vicky. No. I what was I even thinking? Oh, you like the new logo? Yeah, that's good. That's just another, just to give some variety. I don't know how many we'll end up with, but we'll probably just stop right now at these two and just see how things go. My dentist buys Halloween candy and sends it to the troops. Oh, that's nice. Glow in the dark sweet tarts. Yours is obviously the go-to house for treats, Vicky West. Buzz's Haunted Garage. It actually looks haunted in here now. I've just got stuff everywhere. Next week, I'll be power washing the house. I haven't done that. I can't believe I haven't done that yet. There's green stuff. One thing, we never got that green stuff. It's not mold. It's, what do you call it? Algae. We never got that when we were kids. I was just thinking that the other day. Somebody had asked a question or something, and I said, the weather has changed so much that everything's green, and your roof gets a black stuff on it, and the driveway gets the black stuff. Now I can blame it on the airplanes coming by dumping fuel, maybe, but yeah, it's the warm weather has given us that. So I got to get that done. It looks like a haunted garage right now, I'll tell you. More people are decorating outdoors for Halloween than ever before. It's almost as popular. Yes, I agree. There's a guy down the street from me, not too far away, and he's an older guy. He has a garage that he uses just filled with the Christmas Halloween. What else did he have? He had some other stuff in there. Easter, and he has like all these plastic molds. You know what I'm talking about? The old-fashioned plastic molds, not blow-ups, but plastic molds. And he's got to have for Halloween. He's probably got, I want to say 50. For Christmas, he does 75 of them. I mean, he's got a whole garage just stacked with these things. I can't even imagine it, but it takes him so much time to put them out there. That's crazy. Thank you, Don. When you drink from the cup, show the logo. Oh, this one's when I went to New Orleans, which I didn't like. I didn't like it. That's just my Bourbon Street, New Orleans. I didn't care for New Orleans at all. I mean, it was nice. We took the carriage ride. This was when I was working. We stopped in there for a day. I mean, actually, a couple hours. And the smell of it was just, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, nothing against you guys if you live in New Orleans, but it's not for me. At least the city or the Bourbon Street and all that area. Let me get more specific. That just didn't do anything for me. Poor Thanksgiving gets short. It does. It does get short. Yeah, yeah. But I think people, they take a moment to reflect during that time and about what they're thankful for, and that's good. Did you grow the pumpkins? No, I got them from Mark's on sale. I'm sorry, I got them from Sam's Club. They were on sale, $5.96 a piece or $5.86 or something like that. Under $6. So I bought those too. And again, he's sitting in front of my artwork. Well, Billy, look, we can't show it every week, In the Halloween, it's the cat and the moon that take precedence. If you haven't done already, lock or freeze your credit. That's right. You were saying that last time. Yeah. Do you have some copper in your bird bass? No, I don't. I remember going out and stealing jack-o'-lanterns, putting them in a pickup truck. I buy a Buzz mug, but what coffee do you suggest? I like the strong stuff. I use the Costco dark coffee pods for my Keurig. That's my go-to. And if they don't have that, then I get the ones from Sam's Club, but they don't put them on sale as often as Costco. I like those, the dark roast. Be careful about freezing your credit. Can be rough trying to unfreeze it. No, I think a lot of people were saying it's not that hard. You should sell coffee with the mugs. Huh. That could be interesting. I'll have to talk to them. I don't know how much this couple that I deal with, how much inventory they want to hold, especially coffee, because there's an expiration date on that. Older blow molds are collectibles. That's right. Let me tell you something. This guy, he's got to be sitting on thousands and thousands of dollars because he's got so many of them. And I mean, people stop their cars, get out of their cars, taking pictures of it. He just does a good job. And it's not gaudy. Like it's just nice. It's just enough. It's not to where you go, oh my God, look at that. That's crazy. It's just, wow, that's cool. And, and I think he's smart enough to know not to, use a lot of blow ups and put a lot of, he just makes it more of a vintage look, and it looks pretty cool. Just ordered the Buzz Red Cup. Take back to China. Wow, cool. Standard shipping is $9.90 to go to China or to go to Seattle. I think it's if you go $50, you get free shipping. So you should have got two of them. I created an account on all three, and you could toggle in and out yourself. There's a subscription cost, but worth it. Okay, Angela. Yeah, check it out, man. You let us know if you get back here before we leave. Let us know what's going on. Hey, Ed from Long Island. How are you? I think in Ohio you can unfreeze credit for free. We didn't care for New Orleans. It's dirty and smells like Bourbon Street area. Guess I'm. No, it just smelled like pee to me. I again, it was a one time pass through. I just wasn't impressed. Thanksgiving was the big family get together for us. Yeah, I know. You're right. With all the family gone now, it's tougher. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. I haven't seen where I have to pay to pause or freeze anything credit wise. Best Halloween ever, 1966 in Bay City, Texas, with Five Brothers. Charms lollipops. Oh yeah, I forgot about those, Juan. Charms lollipops. Those were you. Oh man, you just brought back a memory because that's what we used to buy at the Leader Drugstore. The Charms pops were the best ones out of anything that they were selling. Those were the ones. Man, you just brought back a memory. I'll have to remember that when I go to BA Sweeties and see if they have any of those. I'll even send you some, Juan. Heck of a time. What did Bourbon Street smell like? Well, to me, it smelled like pee. It just smelled like, old. Um, I don't know, like musty. Let's put it that way, musty, because of its age, and gets underwater once in a while, and it just the musty smell is what it smelled like to me. Now, maybe not everybody has that same experience. I sure hope there's no fee. I'm on a budget. Smash your pumpkins in your garden when you're done. Oh yeah, you'll have pumpkins next year. Okay, I'll do that. Hey, Kaz, you should sell booze with the mugs. Then we could probably do that. But then we'd have to check your ID, Captain Billy. Hey, BFR1, joining late, out to dinner, a nice steak. Ooh, nice. And you can get an account or free upgrade. And since there's been an incident, where'd that go? Since there's been an incident, I decided to do that for a few months until I know the cost is clear. Oh, okay. We grew one of those giant pumpkins, gave it to the Catholic grade school, sold tickets 25 cents to raise funds. Yeah, those pumpkins, not a neighbor, but a guy I knew, not didn't live too far away. He called us over one time, called about 6 guys over to pick this thing up to take it, put it in his pickup truck to take it to I don't know if he was taking it to the fairgrounds or somewhere they were weighing them up. And it took 6 guys to pick that thing up, and I think we used a blanket or a tarp or something. And it was, I can't remember if it was, I don't remember the weight, so I don't want to guess, but it filled up the back of his pickup truck. That's how big it was. And yeah, some of those pumpkins can be really, really big. Let me see where I went now. Okay. Coffee with mugs, yes. Maybe a little holiday Baileys. After Halloween, we take our pumpkins and throw them out in the field for the deer. Yeah, I usually just cut the tops off of them. I mean, sometimes we'll take the seeds out and bake the seeds, but we haven't done that in a few years. I just cut the tops off and put them in the back for the winter time, and usually they either disintegrate or something eats them eventually. I put copper in my bird baths and now no algae. New roof on the house in Eureka has copper in it, so no algae or moss. Huh. I've read about that, but I haven't done any of that stuff. But I heard that could help. They raise post office shipping till end of year holiday rush already. How much copper are you using? Berber Street evidently gets sprayed down nightly with lemon to help neutralize the odors. Yeah, it needs it. I like Charms Blow Pops with the gum inside. Sour grape and cherry. The neighbor with the blow molds. What's his address and what time does he go to bed? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes, he has video cameras. Yes. Charms were the best. Tootsie Pops, yeah, but Charms, like Retired and Loving It says, Charms Pops were great. They're referring to Eureka, Montana. I totally forgot about Charms. Yeah, me too. What's the difference between snowmen and snow women? I don't know. What's the difference between snowmen and snow women? Just a 14 gauge coil around the perimeter under the water. I usually clean out. We have one bird thing with water in it. It gets kind of messy, but I usually clean that one out by hand. I mean, it's not a big deal. Bourbon Smeet smelled like sewage when we were there. I'm not sure about that. 280's own frozen credit card. Mrs. Rudolph, my sixth grade teacher gave out Charm Pops on special occasions. Oh, that's cool. Bazooka Joe gum on Halloween. Had the comic strips in the package. Man, I could taste that right now. As soon as you said Bazooka Joe gum, I could just taste that sugar. I can taste that sugar. And they used to have it. Remember, it was almost separated. It had a little indentation in the middle, like you were supposed to separate it and give one to your brother or somebody. Yeah, nobody did that. Reminds me of having a mouthful of Bubblicious gum too. Oh, that was in the 70s. Yeah, girls always used to have that. You get those packs of Bubblicious. That was their. Yeah, girls in school used to eat that like crazy. We go out on Halloween and have enough candy filled in our pillowcases for half a year. No parents, just by ourselves. Yeah. Oh, you're back. They were hoping it was beer. Well, I hope everything's okay over there. I either like milk duds when I went to the movies as a teen. It only prevents anyone from being able to open new credit. I asked the credit bureau. Okay, you guys. Junior mints. Ugh, I don't like junior mints. My brothers and I would circle back to the house, empty the pillowcase, and head back out. Yeah, I think a lot of people did that one, huh? Go Browns. Yeah, they should beat. I think they're going to beat Pittsburgh this week. I really do. Yes, we do. Tim, we have a good chance. I like that Scatterboo, not to talk football again, but for the Giants, that Scatterboo, he's a nut. He reminds me of Cleveland's Peyton Hillis back in the day. Two crazy, they call them Neanderthals, the last of the Neanderthals, because that's what Scatterboo, he acts like. So did Peyton Hillis. Of course, Peyton didn't last very long, so. Pumpkins around your area were expensive this year. Yeah, like I said, Sam's dropped the price a little bit, so I decided to just go ahead. Since the steps got finished, I put them up there. Pats versus Saints. I got Jersey Mike's actually has a pro football pick'em on Jersey Mike's app, and you can get like a free sandwich or something if you do all the weeks or something. So it's just pick'em straight up, and I did take the Pats over New Orleans. Yeah, you're welcome. You can have Joe Flacco. I tell you what, if your offensive line can't protect him, he can't. He's not mobile, and that's just the crazy. I didn't like him being a starter for Cleveland because he's not mobile anymore. He's 40-something years old. I mean, he's like Bernie Kosar when he was. He just can't run. And nowadays, if your quarterback cannot run, you don't have a quarterback. That's just the way it is because everybody's too fast. You can't just stand there in the pocket all day. I'm sorry, but if you can't run, you shouldn't be a quarterback. Not in today's league. Snowballs. Oh, I didn't like those. You're talking about like Hostess snowballs? Ugh, because I had coconut. I hate coconut. Used to write love notes on juicy fruit wrappers. uh, I am well. No art tonight. Gonna try next week. A whole Halloween pacifier. Yeah, I might even show it. Bazooka gum was always my favorite. Very. Hey, Theo, how are you doing? I wish I could figure out how to put copper in my swimming pool. Yeah, there might be a way. Just don't plug it into anything. I miss Mary Jane's and squirrel nuts. I got 5 jokes for that. Love bazooka gum. Spent an afternoon learning how to blow bubbles. Yeah, it didn't come with instructions, did it? Post office closed Monday. Pick the name you like for the federal holiday. Nothing like the stale bubblegum from baseball cards. Yeah, Mark, that's for sure. Oh man, that stuff used to be. Remember some of them that were so old, you would just drop it and it would break into like 15 pieces. My high school sweetheart and I used to write love notes. Yeah, we said, yeah, that's cool. Go Colts. Yeah, they're doing really good this year. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers. I remember those too. Hey, I will go next week. I'm going to go over there. I got to show you what they got. There's a guy who opens baseball cards from the 80s and sometimes eats the gum. Yeah, a couple, Carlos, there's a couple guys doing, they do different card things. Peyton Hillis was a monster, almost died this past year. Yeah, saving a drowning kid in the water. Yeah, I did read about that. That's right. I remember we dumped out the candy on the dining room table. Mom always got the Three Musketeers. We all pushed away the orange black wrap peanut. Oh yeah, the peanut butter toffees and those orange. Well, I think we all did that. I cut copper pipe into 4-inch lengths and put it in my pool basket. Huh. Don't forget our quarter bet on the Browns this weekend. No, we both want the Browns to win. What's the difference between snowmen and snowwomen? Snowballs. I was waiting, Rick. I was waiting for that. On that note, 0 to 100 for a $25 gift card. Who's playing today? Anybody playing today? Yeah, I think I paid off everybody last week. I think we all got caught up. Holy wow, that went fast. 0 to 100. If you're new here, we do this every Saturday for a $25 gift card. Then you can use that $25 to buy a Buzz mug. No, you don't have to. I hope I didn't. Hey, Harold Culp. I have no idea who you are, Harold Cup, but I do now. You are the winner of a $25 Amazon gift card. Harold Culp. Now, we got to verify that because, Harold, I don't know if I've ever said your name before, Harold. I don't think I have. But we will verify. Dr. Cornelius, it's a little bit too late. We're going to have to verify just to make sure that Harold got that. And Harold, you need to email me. All my videos have my email on it in case you don't have a pen or crayon handy. But email me. Email me at buzzretirementgarage@gmail.com or check any of my videos. In the description, you'll see my email. And email me, and I will email you an Amazon gift card for $25. Congratulations, Harold. I appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button now. As Bill, not good at anything, says, it helps me with my low self-esteem. I love Bill. He's a great guy. Yeah, did we get I get a 280 zone? Harold was first. Okay, good. Because that hole in the beginning it got a little crazy at the beginning there. I couldn't keep up with it. Are you going to give him a Menards gift card? Coconut snowballs for all. Oh boy, I don't think I've ever had one of those, and I never would want one. 30,000. Yeah, but 30,000 subscribers. But it's funny because if I don't do a video for a while, it would be like 30,325. And then today it was like 30,308. Like I just, I'm losing them left and right. And I watch this one guy. He actually says that's a good thing. Mariner, you guys, Randy the Mariner? I think it's Randy the Mariner. I believe that's his channel name. And he says he would rather have less subscribers and more people that consistently watch his stuff all the way through than to have, just subscribers who don't watch this stuff or watch 30 seconds or 10 seconds of something and then, go off to something else. So there's all kinds of ways the algorithms work and all that stuff. It's a little bit crazy. Check your live button. It should be red, orange. If it's gray, you're behind on the chat. Oh, you know what? I'm on top chat. I got to get to live chat. Oh, God. Okay, I'll move a little bit. Jeez. How's that? Are you happy now? Thank you, Noreen. You are retired with a pension. No, not me. Juan Hira. I do not have a pension. I have all I have is me and Mrs. Buzz's Social Security. No pension. The only thing worse than coconut snowballs are cheese puffs. Now, are you speaking as a doctor or are you speaking from a chef point of view? What really are bananas? I started watching a new old guy retirement show. His name is Larry, lives near Cincy. So another Buckeye. Larry the Cincy guy. Buzz on top chat. That explains it. Why was I missing a lot? I always move it to live chat, and then when I start the video, start the live, it automatically defaults to top chat again. Well, you have to know that you make us all feel safe going into retirement. It's scary, it's fun, and your knowledge. Well, John, I have no knowledge. Let me tell you. I'm just living it right now. It's you guys actually teach me, you know. Oh, Kaz, I gotta get Kaz. Okay, here's what I gotta do. So I gotta get Kaz back in here. So I'm gonna have to turn the other way. How's that? Does that appease everyone? Now I gotta get my cup up here. So I'll put my. Oh, where can I put that? I should put it on top of this one, right? I actually could do that. I could do this, and then nope, that won't work. Not high enough. Let me get rid of this block of wood now. Now, what is he asking? You're never happy. Yeah. You had a hard frost Thursday. Went to the farmer's market in Ithaca. Loaded up on the last. Yeah, our garden. I just pulled out more tomatoes. I pulled out another dozen tomatoes today, but it's getting towards the end. But getting tomatoes in the middle of October, I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, we got a lot of artists. We got Cartoon Mark back here. We got the Cranes. We got pictures from Captain Billy. We have Kaz's picture over here. And anybody who wants to send it to me, P.O. Box 38037, Olmsted Falls 44138. That's in Ohio. You can send me your art and we'll display it. Are you getting holiday candy this year? I don't know. January 1st, Medicare for you. I usually remind you to do the live chat. Yeah, somebody has to always remind me. Was I missing? What was I missing? Was I missing comments? I could tell you a story or two about what I have seen. There are some foods that cause me PD stories from the ER. Well, you should probably bring up at least one of those stories. At least tell us what not to eat. Did you see? Where did I see that? Oh my gosh, where did I see that? Some guy had a thermos. Never mind. You're going to have to stand behind. Yeah, I know. That's what get me out of the picture and just put the art up. As a mug for each hand. That's right. Oh man, Rick, I don't know. Your mug matches your toolbox. Very, yeah, and they gave it to me as a sample. I don't even know if they saw my toolbox, so that's kind of interesting, huh? Getting down, getting down to the 60s here in Central Florida. That is cold for you guys. Does anyone else have a pension? I wonder if I could get 4,000 a month from Social Security. Probably not yourself. I think there's a cap on it, but thank you, 280 Zone. I have a military pension. That's good. If you do, that's good. Who remembers the wax Halloween harmonicas? Yes, I think they have those at the BA Sweeties as well. Yeah, I got to get out there and do that video. No, you're right. Not many jobs have pensions anymore. That's correct. That's why most companies will have a 401k or if you're in government, you get 401b or something, I think they call it. So that's what they mostly have switched to. I had to treat a woman with a bad infection at McDonald's wrapper trapped under her breast for 3 months. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh, that's just gross. I thought I live was I thought you live was the video I just watched. No, I just posted that while we were doing this. I believe 7% of retirees. Yeah, it's a low number. You're probably right. It's a low number now. They're a thing of the past, right? Yeah, that's enough. That is disgusting. I got a good year pension and we take wife's social security, trying to hold out for 70 on my social security. Oh, that's good. Yeah, longer you could hold out, if it works for you, why not? All right, John, take care. A lot of retirees are struggling financially, especially when in Southern California where I live. Yeah, that's probably true. California is not one of the cheapest places. I mean, a lot of people are moving out of California for various reasons. Um, it's tough. Sometimes it's cost of living is tough. And there's even in the northern states, it's tough too. When you head up, Massachusetts and Connecticut and places up there, it's not cheap. I'm the only person with a set pension. Geez, I got a small pension, but only because I was at the tail end of that program. Yeah, and then yes, right. They should vote differently or move to a low cost. Yeah, there's so many low cost states right now that are lower cost, at least for now. Um, yeah. Picking up and moving out of a beautiful place like California can be tough, but man, at the end of the day, it's all about the dollar, what you can afford. No more stories, I promise. All right, Don. I'm holding out till at least 67 for Social Security. We'll see what the future of it looks like. Yeah, it should be okay. We'll see. Here in Southern California, the cheapest house you can get is about 450,000. Yeah, but isn't it true, Juan, that the jobs there pay, not every job, but the jobs there pay in proportion, or no? Or it's the same difference anywhere else. So if you're making $25 an hour and you got a $500,000 house, say you have a $500,000 house in California, are you making $50 an hour kind of a thing? It's all relative. Um, and I don't know California's landscape as far as that goes, but so in other words, if you're working in a restaurant here for 12.50 or $15 an hour, what does that equate to in California? I think there is it 20, 25. I don't know. John, that John Smith, that's not always the case. It depends on how much savings you have, and there's a lot of different reasons why maybe you don't need to do that. I mean, in the long run, maybe you can get more money, but if if you can cover with pensions and savings, maybe waiting to get more money, especially if you think you're gonna live long. Um, I think usually the break even for everybody is around 79, 80 years old. You make it past 80 and taking it later makes sense. Medium sized town in Midwest for me, you can still get a nice house for 200K. Yeah. That's the thing. You can pick up houses for 150, 200,000 depending on where you go. Minimum wage is 16.50 an hour here, not enough. It's supposed to be at least, well, again, and I'm one of those who think, I'm not going to get into all this, but I'm one of those that think entry level jobs should not pay $40 an hour. If it's an entry level job and you're 18 years old and you're just walking into a McDonald's, you're not getting $40 an hour. And I'm telling you what, if anybody forces McDonald's or any of these places to start paying $40 an hour, you're going to see kiosks, you're going to see robots, and those jobs are gone for people. So, depends on what you want to do. Retired from the hospital last November, and 2 weeks later, I started working for ODOT. Cool. Plan on working them for 5 years, and at that time, yeah, Vaughn, that's good. Working for the state, it's a good idea. You can get those jobs because, yeah, you can get a pension. Yeah, Mary, that's like you said, New England prices are up there too. Yeah, right. Simple retirement journey. That's right. I was 68 and a half before I took Social Security. Yeah, that's cool. Good job, Delane, to get 100% Social Security. Yes, if you can. Yeah. Now, if you take it at 62, you take it at 62. Like me, I almost took it at 64. It was basically 1 month shy of 64 years old. And I didn't have enough savings to wait 3 more years. So I would either have to work and take it or retire, work and not take it, or retire and take it. And I decided to retire and take it, knowing that I don't have, $1 million. So I went up to DC several years ago and a local McDonald's had kiosks. Oh, yeah, they're going to change to all that. I guarantee it. The fast food stores are going to be the first ones taking over with robots and kiosks and everything else. And you already see it. 2020, the COVID started a trend there too, because, less people around. And that's when at Taco Bell, they wouldn't even come and talk to me. I remember in 2020, one time you had to go to the kiosk. They would bring the food out and set it down. They would not talk to you. You could not talk to anybody. It was either through the kiosk or nothing, or drive through. You weren't allowed to talk to anybody. They wouldn't come to the counter. They were told not to come to the counter. And I just thought that was so weird at the time. But, kiosks aren't that hard to use. AI is taking over customer service jobs like waiters, cashiers. Yeah, it's going to keep going like that too. But I think the ratios are the same. I went from making 40 in Phoenix, making 62 in San Francisco, and there's no doubt my standard of living was lower. Yeah, you're right, Jesse. In Asia, that's how much. Yeah, there's a big difference. Minimum wage here in the state of Massachusetts is $15, not much. Well, I think ours is less. If you check Ohio, I think it's a lot less. Nobody pays that. It's well, no, I take that back. Ohio might it's the federal minimum wage that nobody ever pays because it goes by the states. Um, and I don't know if ours hit 15 yet. It may have. Half McDonald's here have yep. Minimum wage here is 7.25, but businesses pay $10. That's kind of low, Scott. That's in South Carolina. You can't afford fast food. That's right. Yeah. Besides Jersey Mike's with a coupon and Chipotle once in a while, those are our, Jersey Mike's is our go-to. And Olive Garden is the restaurant that we like going to because of the salad and breadsticks for me. She can't eat the breadsticks, but we go through a big bowl of that salad. We actually they screwed up and put croutons on it, and Mrs. Buzz is gluten free. Told them no croutons, put them on the side, and they gave us a bowl of salad with croutons. No, so I got that bowl. She got a bowl all to herself. We ate both bowls. I should say I had a bowl and a half. I love their salad over there at Olive Garden. Tourism bought my first house at 18 years old. Wow. Robotic warehouses are being opened. Yeah, if you look at Amazon, you see all them robots doing all kinds of stuff. You have vending machines that can make pizza. Like just look at the Japanese videos. If you look at their Japanese videos, they got some crazy stuff. Uh, Google or go on YouTube and look for Japanese uh, vending machines and the stuff that they do now, which is basically they refine it and they sell it to America and or the ideas or whatever, and you cannot believe the stuff that they sell now. Yeah, like pizza, Perry. You're right. I think even a minimum wage was $1, these companies still going to use machines. Yeah, that could be true. Most of the time talking to the bagger, so might as well have self checkout. I really like the self checkout at Sam's Club. I mean, I don't know. I think people are ripping them off, but I really enjoy that. I'll make my own coffee and egg on a muffin at home. Egg McMuffins are actually pretty good, but they've gone, 70 an hour in Ohio. Yeah, a lot of people pay more than that because of competition. I know where we worked, we had to pay more because Amazon opened a warehouse a mile away from us and it was $15 an hour. So we knew we had to, get our wages up to around, that $15. Because they would poach people left and right. Not that they were trying to do that. It's just people knew that Amazon offered a lot of now. It was work, and a lot of people didn't like to work as hard. Um, so some people actually came back to work, but we lost some people to Amazon. So yeah, it's the competition that, and I used to deal with temp services, and they would tell me what all the other companies were paying, and we kind of had to go along with that. It doesn't matter what the minimum wage was; didn't care. We had to, price our salaries had to be competitive. Ohio's a good state for rental properties. I plan to be a lifeguard on a side job. Hmm. Indiana minimum 25, 725. No, I don't know where I'm at. When do we start these insulation and drywall fund for your office and also yeah, it's going to be getting cold here. I will buy some kind of heater though. I'll find something. I made us homemade pizza tonight. Oh, that's cool. Every item on the Taco Bell menu is $6. So yeah, all the stuff is going up so high. I'm sold on self checkout. I've been an accountant at Goodwill and had to pay what Walmart paid to keep cashier. You were an accountant at Goodwill and we had to pay what Walmart paid. Ah, I see. Yeah, okay. Olive Garden salad is wonderful. We had a couple of restaurants here in North Carolina that would sell you a jar of the dressing, but they got in trouble for that since there was no preservatives. They actually sell Olive Garden salad dressing at Sam's Club. They're bottles. I don't know if they're glass or plastic, but you get two. It doesn't taste the same to me, so I'm not sure. We bought it a couple times. That it wasn't the same, so I don't know what they were trying to pull off there. You have low unemployment, minimum wage of $7.25, but you can't find any. Yeah, $15 to $20 because of the competition, right? Yeah, we did. All companies will pay what they can get away with. That's just life in the big city. If you hire someone at minimum wage, you get what you paid for. Yeah, minimum effort. Well, sometimes that's true too. Yes. I love Chick-fil-A, especially using their app. You can get points for spending money. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've gone to Chick-fil-A a few times this year, but not that often. When they convert to RFID, we won't need to check out. Well, we kind of do that now with a Sam's Club. You just scan your stuff and then you go through the X-ray machine. And really like your sweatshirt. Was it a gift? Actually, it's a sample from the Buzz Retirement Store. So, Lori, all you got to do is go to the Buzz Retirement Store. There's two different versions of sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs. Did I mention that we have a mug? I don't know if I mentioned it or not. Buzz's Retirement Garage mugs in two different logos with multiple colors. Check it out if you can. $5 footlong at Subway. Ours Subway near us just closed. I can't believe it. Been around for years and it closed. And I wonder what's going on with that. I can't believe Subway's even closing. Yeah, we don't have a Kroger's. Otherwise, I'd use self-checkout there too. And don't get me wrong. If the line is short, I'll go through. Like Costco, I don't go through their self-checkout at all because they're so fast. They always have two people at the register, always, at least when I go. And one's, scanning and doing the stuff. The other one's, putting it in your cart. So it goes so quick. And I've never used a self-checkout at Costco. And if they keep doing it that way, then I'm good with that. My daughter worked at Walmart. She doesn't anymore. I drive to Yuba City to go to Olive Garden. Oh, 40 miles. Oh, wow. As a former cashier for self-checkout, I lost that now. Because I know I like how, you like how you bag your groceries. Sports bar, TJ Chumps? No. Hey, Dana. Try to order your magnets. Yeah, throw a cup in there too. I have the same logo without you. Yeah, without you can't, because we can't sell them. It's too long, yeah. Because I was saying the sweatshirt, like this is an extra large. Now, remember, I got these gorilla arms, but I wanted it a little bit longer. Like I'd like to have it here, but this is an extra large. I mean, it comes down on me pretty good, and my arms are just, like I said, I got orangutan arms, but I'd rather have it down here like this. So I might need to get a double XL. Otherwise it fits, it's loose enough. It fits pretty good for me anyway. I have the same logo. Yeah. I like self-checkouts just to catch the pricing errors. Really? I noticed on the Sam's Club app, I would scan something and it would pop up as 2 instead of 1. So I always have to look through there to make sure it didn't say 2. I caught it once. Thank you, 280 Zone. Subway. I used to order a turkey and cheese, but couldn't figure out which was the turkey and which was the cheese. Yeah, they said on our Facebook page, they said our local community, they said it was going downhill. I don't know. The ownership seemed really good to me when we used to go there, but Mrs. Buzz needed gluten-free bread, and they don't sell it. Subway refuses to franchise it. So Jersey Mike's is the only one near us that does gluten-free bread, and it's pretty good. She likes it. So we never went to Subway any longer. Kroger and Costco are go to. Yeah, we don't have a Kroger close by. Aldi's doesn't have self checkout now. No, I don't think they do. No, stop. No, actually, they do. I think in our Aldi's, when I went in there a couple months ago, I think they did have a self checkout. One or I think one, maybe one or two registers were self checkout. I think I might be wrong. Stopped going to Subway when the new owner started using a scale for the meat. Yeah, that's one of the things that they said about ours is they started skimping on everything. But we still have a Mr. Heroes, so I'm happy about that. Our state isn't so bad. I have a few that have left after retirement but miss it. No, our state, we got a little bit of everything here. The site isn't real clear on the sweatshirt sizes. I can't stand anything tight. Doesn't differentiate between men's and women's. I don't know. When I went there, it looked pretty. I'll have to double check and make sure, but I think if you click on all the different ones, you can pick. You can. There's a drop down box where you should be able to pick out your different colors, different things, and sizes. Grill arms. So you know what bananas really are? Oh, Rick, I think I heard about that. You're 5'7". That sleeve looks just right. I'm guessing Jersey Mike's makes a much better sub than I like Jersey Mike's. Is it better? I don't know, but they have the gluten free bread for her, so she's happy with it. And it's expensive. It's not cheap, but somebody was nice enough. One of our subscribers was nice enough to send me these coupons for a small sandwich. They actually expired in July, and I still keep using them, and they still keep taking them, and they give it back to me. They just scan it and they give it back to me. So I'll keep using it until it actually cuts off of their system. Our local Subway recently changed ownership, and the new owners aren't from around here. I think the most fast food Bojangles and Beals closed. A lot of them are closing down. Penn Station, yes, we did. There was a Penn Station not far. We did go there once, and the sandwiches were smaller and they were expensive, but they tasted good. 2020 ruling by the Irish Supreme Court declared Subway's bread was too sugary to be legally defined as bread. No kidding. I didn't know that. Leaving the Matrix. Do you know anything about a 72T? 72T. I don't know what that is. Anybody? Penn Station fries are the best. Yeah, I only went there once. Publix. We don't have a Publix around here. I'm 4'11" and petite. I bought the medium sweatshirt because I like a little loose. Okay. Well, that's cool. I appreciate you getting that, Nancy. 4'11". Did you wear platform shoes in high school? Were you one of those people that got up in the world a little bit? I'm not making fun. I'm just asking. You rarely eat out. Yeah, I mean, some people don't. The cost of it nowadays, and especially if you have to tip too. I mean, things have gotten out of hand. You're better off if you can making your stuff at home. Blocking my art quite rude. Oh my God, I'm not blocking your art anymore. No short jokes. Neighbors canceled their trip to Cleveland due to federal furloughs at airports. Publix seems a lot like Kroger. 70 is a way to get your IRA money before 59 and a half. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Good things come in small packages sometimes. I think a lot of those places are closing because the prices are too high and quality is low. People are going, yeah, and our KFC. I used to love KFC too, and then that is getting weird over here. And then they have another chicken restaurant that nobody goes to. A lot of these places, I mean, they're corporate ones, and they're just going to close. I'm only 5 foot. Okay, yeah. So simple retirement. You and Vicky. Yeah, there's a couple shorties in here. If you think you're getting and eating tuna at Subway, you're sadly mistaken. Ohio is great except for winter and pro football. I think you nailed it right there. That's about it, right? The short people song. Oh, you're 5'1". Okay, so yeah, you're up there. That's not too bad. I've seen pictures of Vicky, so I know her stature. Her stature, and she's not that short. I mean, I don't. I when I saw the pictures, I didn't think that she was short. She didn't buy it, huh, Captain Billy? Anyway, we've been on here for an hour and a half, so I appreciate 5'3". Okay, so I'm gonna have to write these size your heights down. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, you were kneeling next to my grandson. No, the other pic you had, you were standing with the other people at your retirement party, I think it was. And so yeah, not the you can't trick me with that other picture. No. But anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. Carlos, we didn't bet. I don't remember what we bet because I took the Browns and I thought you did too, Carlos. For a quarter that you have to find somewhere. But no, I appreciate you guys being here. Retired and loving it. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Dana, go Cubs, huh? Thanks for the rest of the time for the rest of the clam bake. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to get in there and get into that. We had some my daughter made a squash soup and put some bacon into it, and we had lobster bisque along with it. I mean, we just had a whole bunch of different things, and it was really good. Now I get the leftover. Bet it all on the Jets. Not this year. If you can straighten out your back, that's right. Hey, Steve, I thank you for being here. All right, Kaz, take care. Hey, Theo, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Theo. Write that down. 7X sweatshirt, car cover size. Just get two of them and sew them together. BFR1. Go Pats. Yeah, I think Pats are going to have a decent season. You got a good coach. I love your coach. He was on the Browns last year. I think he's a good coach. You only sent one. Yeah, you sent a group pic. Yes, you did. You were standing next to another person or two. I'll have to dig it up. I don't remember now. You did send that. You just forgot. That's what happens when you drink at night. No, I'm just kidding. See a simple retirement journey. And you guys get a chance. She's got a channel too. Along with Retired and Loving It. Hey, Juan, thank you. I appreciate that. Jack in the Box. No, we don't have Jack in the Box here, at least that I've ever seen. Vicky, I'll find it for you. I'm telling you. All right, Jay, thank you. Anyway, thank you guys and girls, and I appreciate you being here. Captain Billy, please stay out of jail. You've been taking my advice so far, and I appreciate that. Hearing more chainsaws, that's not good. I hope your weather gets good. Thank you, Nancy. And we'll see you all next Saturday, Wednesday if you can. Wednesday at 2. We try to throw something together too. But Saturday at 7, if you can be here, God willing. I appreciate you all being here, and take care. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next Saturday.